Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
We thought we were alone until one night in 2063 on a podcast colony 36 drift days away, they struck. Now we are at war. To lose this war means more than defeat. To surrender is to never see season 6. All of us must rise to the call. To cosmic crit above and beyond crit. This is your Chig-hating and Astro-gating GM Patrick here, and joining me in the good space fight in the skies above are my 5 friends and fellow wildcards. To my far left, this shock trooper in vitro test tube baby was bred for violence. It's Jam from Jabert jabbering away. It's Jam from.
Nope, I'm Jam from now.
I skipped a line. It's Jam from, played by Jabert.
I changed my name. That's who I am now.
Across the digital table from me, an evil aerotech corporate shill ready to write off an invasion it smiles, make him believe, as redacted.
Good evening.
To my right, a Chig ambassador ready to negotiate with diplomacy while it's Tyler talking us prettier.
Hello there.
To my immediate left, the jokey pilot with the call sign Joker. We've got Drew down plays Elixthel.
All right, so who wants a thesis on this episode? this episode's theme.
And across from him, the lead pilot and the ace of diamonds. It's none other than Rebecca rolling with Asher and Sky.
Hello.
I remember absolutely loving the show when it was on, just going nuts for it. And then before it even existed, Fox gave it the Firefly treatment.
Yes.
Just
Hold on, what show?
Space Above and Beyond.
I also loved that show as a kid.
I also
Never
did
heard of
as
it.
well, although I have come to be really uncomfortable by the name they gave the bad guys.
Chig.
Yeah.
Just, that show. I wonder how it holds up. It's one that is not streaming anywhere. It has kind of been scrubbed from the internet.
Maybe for reasons, right? You always kind
I
of
thought it was streaming at one point.
It's
may
really
have
good
been.
90s TV. And then you just really have to put it in context in that way, because like after like The Sopranos and Breaking Bad came on, it's like, oh man, we should probably make TV shows a lot better than they are. And then everything got better as a consequence.
It was in the not so distant future when Earth has been sending out colony ships, and one such colony was destroyed by aliens because suddenly we realized we were settling in their territory. So they start waging a war against us, and the main characters are all Marine recruits who are Marine aviators. And so because they fly the planes, but they also fight on the ground because that makes a lot of sense to do.
Because it's cool, Drew. Stop picking it apart. I mean, Marines, we're both on boats and on land in real life.
Some Marines are on boats and on land, and some Marines flew planes. You don't invest all your money in training a Marine pilot and then go send them on a ground campaign.
Good point.
Yeah, the fighter pilots don't also like clean the like they're not also the janitors, you know.
I can't wait for Clue to chime in on this episode and tell us.
Yeah, maybe
all
they
about
are also the
Marines.
janitors. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Clean that latrine, soldier.
But there was a great world building in that show because of like the previous wars that they mentioned. And David Duchovny is in an episode as a crazy robot guy, and that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Fun fact: if you just Google "is Chig okay," all you hear about is a Tennessee Titans football player. So I think we're in the clear.
Named Chig.
Yeah.
And did he injure his knee or something?
No, there doesn't seem to be like an injury report. He was drafted in 2022 to the Tennessee Titans, and it's just a bunch of articles about him
Lived
because his
happily
nickname
ever
is
after.
Chig. Yeah, so he's.
I think a lot of people
Shout
playing
out to
fantasy football were Googling, like, is he okay? Is he cool? Is he cool? All right. So let's get into it. Let's get into this week's episode. Before we start last time on this week, because last time on Cosmic Crit, you all leveled up to level 6. So we're going to talk about the powers and different things that you grabbed at this level. Not as exciting as level 5, but...
And we're going to tell you 5 things that we did, and you got to tell us which one's wrong, or we get a level reroll. Or an episode reroll.
Well, but probably all the decisions you made are wrong. So what time will tell. Time will tell. Who wants to go first and talk about something you got at level 6?
I can go.
Go ahead.
Rebecca. You know what, Rebecca? I have a list here, and I put you at the top. Let's see if you guys can presage the order that I thought you would do it in. All right, Rebecca was first. Asher and Sky.
All right, so at level 6, I could have gotten an operative exploit, but instead I opted for my archetype ability at level 6, which allows me as a battle flower to have acrobatic grace, which gives me the ability to use acrobatics checks instead of diplomacy, change a creature's attitude.
Look over here.
Yeah, so I just have to dance in front of them, and they are so enamored that they change their mind about me. Additionally, I can use it in combat to essentially like polymorph them in a way. Like I just dance for them, and they're so enraptured by my acrobatic grace that they are distracted from the fight.
Sorry, so you polymorph them?
Not polymorph. Mesmerize.
Polymorph would be like turning into a sheep or something.
Terms, yeah. But
okay.
I realized that. But like, I just mean like, then they can't fight, right?
I feel
Rebecca,
like
you sound far away from your microphone.
Oh, sorry.
You're like looking at
closer.
Yeah,
different computers.
You just gotta talk at it. Yeah.
What is this ability called? Sorry.
It is acrobatic grace.
I feel like this ability just
They are fascinated. That's the word I was looking for.
makes people simp for you.
Mhm.
Which is still a pretty great ability. I'm just surprised they wrote it into the game. Not bad. Good job, Paizo.
All right, who's next?
And as someone who does not have a lot of charisma, it will be nice to be able to do something to help with diplomacy.
Yeah. Excellent. Once again, I've got my predictions here. Who wants to go next and try to make it come true of who's going to pick next?
I'd like to blow up your predictions because I don't think you had me going next.
Incorrect. You are next.
Ah, dang.
So sorry.
We're gonna make you show us your predictions.
I've already screen capped it, and I have it ready to enter into the chat.
So your boy Zilix is themeless. So at level 6, I get a theme ability called Certainty. Once per day, when I roll a check, I can add a +2 bonus to that. And when it absolutely positively has to get destroyed overnight, Zilix has picked up Heavy Weapon Edge. He now can form, create, and use heavy weapons. So
Drew, I said you say one thing, you got it level 6. Just one.
Too bad.
How dare you?
Too bad.
All right. 1-3 chance. Who wants to go next?
I will.
All right. Well, you've ruined it, Tyler. You've ruined it. It was supposed to be Miles.
You thought I was going to speak up first?
Yeah.
Really? Do you know me?
Yeah, but now it's not. Now, yeah, the game is over. Tyler
Miles is still
ruined it.
finishing his character. Of course, he's not going to go next.
What you got, Tyler?
What I have at level 6, a new connection ability. I also get some new spells, but we'll save those for when I use them. And what we're going to talk about is the level 6 ability called Sow Doubt, which is a standard action. I can spend a resolve point to create uncertainty in the mind of a foe within 30 feet. So essentially what it allows me to do is I can spend resolve points, which I hopefully will not be spending to, stay alive, because back of the line, best in line. And instead I can use them to make folks flat-footed or off target or take a -2 penalty to saving throws.
Okay.
But you do get a will save against the effect to reduce the duration to 1 round. Otherwise, it's going to last to a number of rounds equal to half my mystic. It is mind affecting, as all things that I do. So obviously, you get to dodge this just by throwing mindless creatures at me, which I'm sure will come up.
So sorry. It's all mindless creatures
from here on out.
SAP.
So it's exciting because I now have, I think, 3 or 4 different ways to put negatives against other things' will saves. So as we get higher in level and my higher spell levels continue to go against will saves, I'll kind of have wombo combo abilities here to really hopefully still affect foes that have high will saves.
Okay. Alrighty. Miles or Jabert, who's next?
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's see. So I get my level 6 Star Knight ability. This is kind of where the point in your Star Knight process where you need to pick a knighthood most of which are like Hell Knight things, and so like they're sort of like the evil-y sort of things. But there's a fun one called Knight of Galarion, and
that seems very good,
weirdly appropriate. And so and it makes any weapon that I wield holy, and so you get holy weapons. So
without a fusion,
with no fusion, it grants the fusion, but it's not actually on there, and so it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat, and so
fortunately you've already fought all the undead
all things,
all the evil undead things.
It's holy's pretty mellow in this game. It's it's just for bypassing DR mostly, and so but yeah, there's that. And then also tiny minor thing, Tyler, your character is my ward now. You're officially the person that I'm here to take care of
mechanically.
So whenever I am adjacent to you, I automatically succeed at checks to aid another with you, and so
nice.
Yeah, for you. So that's my thing. That's my level up.
You're not actually helping him with like skills and stuff, but you're just like giving him a little karate chop back rubs. Like, you got this, bud. All right, Miles, you've waited long enough. What do you get at level 6?
A new car.
Oh boy, that's why you're waiting to the end to say that.
No, I mean, I typically would often, unless I had something super cool, just rather be last.
What vehicle?
I believe I got the War Wagon.
War Wagon, which is hilariously enough is from the Attack of the Swarm AP. It is a huge land vehicle, which is drawn, which means you have to have some kind of thing like carrying it forward. But huge vehicle means you can run over medium-sized creatures again, which is nice. But it's 10 feet wide, 15 feet long, and gives improved cover. Just a little bit of an upgrade from the Skyboat, which had no cover.
Yeah, which means some of my ranged folks might want to stay in the car.
It's a good deal slower as a big chunky boxy wagon, but yeah, a little easier to jump out of the way of. But if you're running over, then it's like a half damage kind of thing, which is
I really like the idea of Redacted and Praetor just like power sliding up to a bad guy and then both using mind thrust and just popping them like a zit and then just putting their shades on and driving away.
little larger, can fit probably one other person now, but already level 6. Let's get to it. The episode starts you all breaking camp on day 3 of the exploration of the Lost Valley. So back to full HP and SP and RP and PP. We watch as maybe Redacted in lieu of sleep. You're swatting flies away from the vehicle as the final touches are going on this upgraded vehicle. And we watch you take the strange energy source that was at the core of the Skyboat, granted to you by the Arcane Gray Council, and the only thing that makes your experimental vehicle, a possibility. It glows and kind of sheds iridescent green light off of it, makes maybe like a odd humming noise. You were told in no uncertain terms that if you crack the casing, it would break completely. So it's a delicate process. Miles, what do you think Redacted thinks is inside this power core? Because it does look like
cooler.
I was about to say it looks like the ooze from Secret of the Ooze, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Redacted probably think it's some sort of primordial. Honestly, ooze is a good term that no one, even Redacted's people, has unlocked the secrets of fully. Like they can harness it, but they still don't really know. And so utilizing it and honestly giving free reign of different ways to utilize it is possibly like his council's way of like beta testing it, possibly.
Well, you know that more of them were given out after the Devastation arc, but this is technology that did exist before the major infractions with the Civ, but maybe they use some quantum tech to increase the speed at which they're able to produce these things. Who knows?
Well, and I know that Redacted is probably more concerned with form over function in a sense. Redacted is trying Redacted's best to kind of replicate maybe the Vista Cruiser's wood paneling for the War Wagon, making sure that the accoutrement of this gigantic vehicle still fits Redacted's preferred style of vehicle.
Wood paneling very easily put on there. Maybe it was on like the blimp sides of the skyboat.
Of the skyboat.
Yeah. As you're like finishing up on the engine, though, you hear a squeaking noise, almost nails on a chalkboard, going down the side of the vehicle. And as you turn around, you see the gum smacking face of one cattywampus as he's looking over your vehicle. His face and his hands are smeared with yellow berry juice, and he seems to be getting ready to touch the core, get all sticky. He's like, oh man, this looks really expensive.
Within that time, Redacted obviously unholsters the blaster and presses it to Cattywampus and just says, "Do not touch."
He like pats you on the cheek. He's like, "Okay, sorry. Well, why did you choose a vehicle if you got one of these crazy power sources? It looks like you could have made a sweet new gun or a giant drone or something like that. Why? Whatever this thing is now."
Because goblin cars are cool.
All right, well, guess what? It's the first thing we've ever agreed on. Yes, it is very cool. I don't understand why you changed it up from an aerial vehicle to looks like a giant a giant trailer truck. But I can tell you that, I hope all your friends appreciate you driving them around. Seems like they should at least shell out for car snacks or something if you don't have to worry about fuel.
What friends?
Oh, these guys that saved your life on probably multiple occasions. He points to the rest of the party that's like breaking down camp still, packing up your stuff.
If the goblin says so. Then Redacted just turns back to work.
You're a weird guy? Gal? Gray? You're a weird gray, Redacted. And that's why you're my favorite member of this team. Don't tell the others. Kill me. As you're talking, Spare Parts comes over and is like, it does not seem like you have a drive shaft for this vehicle. What will be propelling it?
Redacted just kind of grins and looks at Spare Parts and just says, "What indeed?"
What indeed? Repeat query.
And with that, Redacted would just set Spare Parts up as
we smash cut to this giant wagon being drawn through the jungle at like 30 feet a minute.
Yeah, it's like that episode of Aqua Teen where Meat was like carrying everyone.
I was going to say, this is just Aqua Teen, isn't it? Wait a minute, this is just Aqua Teen. That's just Meat Wad.
Hello, dolls.
Running crew.
I don't know how a drone can sweat, but you see like oil dripping down Spare Parts' face as he's pulling it's a huge vehicle now, and the 5 or 6 of you now on board. He's like, I guess this counts as carrying.
We could easily walk, but we're not gonna.
No. And also the windows are soundproof, so we can't hear Spare Parts.
I have a radio built in. I can contact you.
I turned the air conditioning up. So
please, that somehow makes the vehicle heavier. Cold air. Please just crack the windows a bit. It is a balmy like 97 degrees, so I understand. If you want to.
Doesn't Spare Parts have like an internal cooling system?
Yeah. I mean, he's just a drone. It's just a little carrier drone.
Yeah, carrying this car. Get to it.
Can't carry this very fast. You will want to find, if you want to keep it in War Wagon mode, maybe something to actually propel it. Good luck on taming a dinosaur. That's what.
Hey, didn't we knock one out?
You knocked one out,
but it was a plesiosaur. That is not a dinosaur.
Oh yeah, we caught hell for that.
Is it technically a fish? Is that what it is?
Yes, it's technically a fish. It's
done
that. What do you
think it's maybe technically a mermaid?
No,
I'm not
it's
sure.
an own.
Okay, don't perpetuate the comments that we got from last week.
The plesiosaur, though, has only a 20-foot movement speed on land, so it's even worse.
No, if we could have captured two of the purple and gold dinos, I wrote down their names, but I don't have them.
Yeah, plesiosaurs are a member of the order of extinct marine reptiles belonging to Sauropterygia, aka big water dinosaurs. Deal with
but there's also the other dinosaurs that we got our friend back at the camp.
Oh yeah, I mean we'll definitely find something that can replace spare parts, and if and when we get back to the village, Redacted could also probably build something that can replace spare parts.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm just trying to see if I can.
Can you summon something?
Well, I can't right now, but later down the line, it doesn't last very long.
Yeah, that's the problem.
There might be something I can summon that could help. I'll have to comb through the list. Most summoned creatures only last for rounds. Maybe there's something special.
I think it would be just very cool to just buy 4 horses, just have like a big old
spider
wagon.
Goats. Should we go back to Plostov and just get spider goats?
They're pretty small by comparison. I got to imagine you would have to have.
But it would be like
Santa
Santa's
Claus.
reindeer. Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
But like they're like half the size of Santa's reindeer. So like you would need how many Santa's reindeer are there? 8. You would need 16 spider goats.
9.
And that's
9 if you count Rudolph.
I mean,
nobody counts Rudolph.
Which we have to.
No, you don't.
Maybe I can find like maybe there's like a phantasm steed kind of thing that I can gain access to.
Oh, right. So after another day or so, and night of exploration through the jungles, following the scattered trails of the exploration party, you find maybe another long dead campsite along the way, and some other maybe scattered trail markers and signs of their passing. But it's toward the middle of the day 5, you come across something just downright amazing. The dense foliage before you gives way to a glade containing a strange and ancient set of jungle ruins.
Ruins?
You feast your eyes on many a stone structure that have long since crumbled. Most of the foundations remain visible even beneath the thick covering of plant life here. But yeah, nearby these ruined buildings, what looks like a big arch in the back. But closest to you on this edge of the jungle, you find what looks like 5 modern tents, one of which seems to be toppled over, maybe some leaves and debris falling on it, and what looks like an empty fire pit. Let me take us to a new map. To the new. Oh, giant sight. Indeed, as you look around the site here, you notice some signs that vines and weeds and things have been cleared out. It looks like they have been exploring this place. But as you take a look around, you don't see anybody as you get up to the tents. No one greets you here. What would you guys like to do?
Can we investigate the tents?
Yeah, check the tents. Maybe they're still asleep.
Yeah, the tents, you say. The tents, indeed. You find many a personal effect in these tents. You find packs, clothing, sleeping bags are set up, but it looks like a lot of exploration gear, including backpacks, electronics, some of the other things is not here. It looks like they were getting ready to kind of hunker down for a little bit, but you don't find anybody. You only find, I guess, some of their personal items, some clothing, some sleeping bags. You're pretty sure that indeed this is the folks from the exploration party. The clothing's an Akatonian style. Maybe you find some underwear with one of the cat's names on it. And yeah, looking around here, it does seem like the tent that was destroyed and kind of collapsed looks like it was maybe like a branch from a nearby tree hit it after like a rainstorm or something. It's a little flooded where it has collapsed and maybe some debris has filled it in. But yeah, that's about all you see here. Is there anything else you'd like to do looking around here? Or does anybody
Can
want to
we
look at
tell
anything?
how long ago the camp was abandoned?
Yeah, make me a survival check.
The 24 for Asher.
24. Yeah. So this rainstorm was several weeks ago, and it looks like not a great fire pit. It looks like it was built pretty hastily, but it has not seen any use in probably 4 weeks as well. So that's about when the group got to the valley, or when they went missing, I guess. So about a month or so ago.
Okay, can we explore the ruins that are around us?
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff on the map. Hopefully you can see if you want to start looking around. I don't know if you guys want to go off in any particular direction.
Is there any indication of where the party explored?
It looks like there's, from this southwestern camp that they've made, a lot of back and forth trails leading directly north to this set of buildings here, even further north to these over here, and then to the east to this huge, what looks like a giant arch, 60-foot arch here, and to the northeast to what looks like a raised dais. So mostly...
Tyler, you didn't say it. I'm very disappointed.
I did.
Go ahead, Patrick.
Tyler
I
was
did say it.
It was so quiet. I don't think your microphone picked it up.
Oh, wow. I tried.
Yeah, normally someone else was talking when you try to sneak it in there. For those of you who don't know, Tyler
my
has
longest
said
running joke of all
Amadeus every time I've ever said Deus, which comes up like five times
do that.
per season. It comes up so often. There's so many raised deuses.
Yeah, I usually just try to mumble it as low as I can.
No, I've definitely heard you do that before.
Yeah,
I figure there's nothing that I can do to stop my fellow players from having to hear it, but I'm hoping with like background music and other distractions in their life that it just kind of
No, it's like my favorite running joke. Every time you say it, I don't react because people are usually talking, but I think it's very
I
funny.
refuse to continue to GM unless you say it right now. You see to the northeast a raised dais.
Amadeus.
All right, good. We can continue on.
Well, it's
Hopefully,
usually on the dais. You say on the dais, and then he says Amadeus. It's very funny. I like it.
on the dais.
A fun little thing to look forward to.
Right.
I propose we kind of do if I can freehand. If we kind of go that kind of path.
The middle
We're
of this
just
camp
gonna
is
skip the other ones.
These these little ones like here and here and here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in those.
Yeah, the one in the northwest is full of serums, so we should definitely skip that one.
yeah. This one up here, definitely. I'm just putting tons of lines through because it's just not worth checking out.
There's stuff in so many of these. Yeah, I will say you can't cross the exact middle of this camp because the middle of this and what this site seems to be built around is indeed one of the most ancient and tall-looking trees you have seen in your entire time in this jungle. It looks like a good 600-700 years old. It is.
Oh, it's not cut down. It's not just a big stump.
Because it looks like a
No.
stump to our map. I was like,
They-
Zill's
well,
supposed
they-
to check out that
It's a
stump.
top-down view.
They draw it like that, because
Okay.
if the actual tree was on the map, you would just see leaves.
Right.
So yeah, no, this is a full tree, and it is like covered in, I mean, you can barely see bark. It's moss and vines and like strangling plants that have grown completely up this thing, and it dwarfs just about every other tree in the nearby area.
Asher wants to climb the tree. Can I climb the tree?
I mean, you can try to climb said tree. I guess it would be pretty easy if it's covered in vines. Do you guys want to break up and explore some of these sites? Because you can't see them, but I've got notes for all kinds of places here.
I want to know if I can climb up in the tree and see into these ruins to sort of scope out the area better.
Praetor is worried you're gonna fall out of the tree and need immediate healing, so he's gonna just say, you climb, I'll spot you from below.
Did anyone bring their bedroll or trampoline, as the case may be?
Zilix can just climb up. You don't have to climb. He can climb. He's got sticky hands. He's a natural
you're like
climber.
a lizard.
Yeah,
I'm not just like a lizard.
Don't steal her.
I am
don't
a
steal her
lizard.
thunder. Just let her climb. Just let her.
That's so reductive, Rebecca. You're like a lizard. Get up there, lizard boy.
Yeah, he's like a lizard, but also he just ate a ring pop, so like his hands are extra sticky.
Traumatized.
Cattywampus jumps on ye old spare parts back and is like, we're exploring over here. Goodbye.
Spare parts is still hooked up.
I de-hooked him so we can have fun adventures together.
Nope. Because we are driving to part.
This camp is only like 200 feet across. Why do you have to drive over here?
I've got a new car. I'm going to use it.
All right, then you're on team Cattywampus and spare parts. Where do you want to go, Miles?
Zone 2.
This is so ridiculous. Oh, just straight to the north?
Yeah.
Okay. And is everybody else going to try to climb up the tree, or
Zone 1. Zone 2's up
I
here.
think Zilix and I are going to climb the tree or try.
oh, you guys have numbered them? Okay.
We're called the climbing crew.
Jamfram, how's your climbing?
It's not ideal. I'm better at swimming. I'll put it that way.
I mean, I was really thinking, have y'all ever done like a corn maze and like one person stays behind at the thing and you can like look over the maze and then yell at people like turn left or turn right?
What corn maze were you doing that had like a lookout tower?
Yeah, they had a hacker station.
Yeah. Our corn mazes are just our corn mazes literally have a warning outside that's just like no one can help you. If like just know
You're on your
you go
own.
in
to get you out of there.
It is all you, baby.
We
No,
had
I
like
have a very vivid memory of like we were on a road trip with my family. I was a kid and we stopped and like we split for some reason. We split up and like my mom and I were together. Or no, I think I was with my dad and my sister and my mom were like trying to do the maze separately and they got lost, but we got through and then we were like yelling to them like which way to go and like directing them through the maze. I have a very vivid memory that it was like on the side of the road, randomly, we just decided to stop. Like, very
Are you
bizarre.
sure it was a corn maze and it wasn't just like a cornfield?
It might have been a nightmare. I mean,
might have been
I don't know if anybody else remembers
You're
this,
describing
but-
half the movies I watch.
Yeah, no, I've seen Pearl. Yeah, I know this scene. Yeah.
But no, that's what I'm envisioning is like, so Zilix and I, or one or the other. I mean, I don't have to go up there. Zilix, if you want to climb up there, but that's fine. But I want to be able to get a vantage point of the entire area and see what we might be missing if we don't go and explore these other areas.
you would have to climb, well over 100 feet if you wanted to kind of get to where you could get to a resting spot and see all 4 quadrants of this ruin site, because the tree is, like 100 feet in circumference, but you can also just climb up however high you want and get a good vantage at maybe 30 or 40 feet and just kind of climb around the exterior of the tree if you wanted.
Sorry, hang on a minute. You said this tree is 100 feet in circumference?
Yeah, because it's about like 25 feet across. I can't
That's
do math.
massive. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a redwood on PCP.
Okay. Right. Note to self: bring PCP to Redwood National Forest.
Yeah, I was about to say the next like one shot I do, I'm going to write a story where all these trees just do tremendous.
These trees just huffing hard drugs.
Yeah, just having hard drugs and just like freak out and murder a
So
bunch of folk.
I would say average here, we're looking at 20 feet diameter. So the radius would only be 10 feet, right? We'll call
radius is 10. Yeah.
We'll call it 13 to be.
Yeah.
So circumference of 81.86 feet.
My climb speed is 20 feet, but I can just hang there. I don't need to find a comfortable spot because I can just stick.
That's good. How far up do you want to climb then?
Let's say 40 feet.
And the rest of you, minus redacted, are going to just be at the base of said tree while they're
Yeah.
cheering them on.
I think Asher sees Zilix just kind of scurry up the tree and gets really embarrassed that they even thought that they could climb the tree. So
You can climb a
I'm
tree.
so sorry.
Climb a tree too.
it's cool.
I am a lizard. We do not scurry. That is for squirrels and other rodents.
I don't know if you've ever seen a lizard, Drew. They scurry.
They scurry. Yeah.
You ever seen that lizard escape all those snakes?
Oh yeah, that got scurried. That got really scurried.
That was
what
like
was that cartoon where the lizard ran the water?
What
Do you
was
remember
the
that one? It was always like in the like opening credits, like some lizard was kind of yelling and running across the water.
I mean, I know of that shot, but I can't remember what it's from.
I can't remember what's from either.
yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, which is weird.
It's like from the early 90s.
It's
Ish.
a nature documentary thing, right?
Oh no, I'm talking about a cartoon that was using that as a reference.
Oh, I recall the
I know
live
exactly what you're
action.
talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, right. So as you're climbing up said giant tree, just like Tarzaning from vine to vine,
100%. This is where all the bad guys are.
monkeying through, digging through both bark and maybe some other moss and lichen that have grown here that look almost as old as this tree is. One of the vines just kind of jumps at your touch as you see it unfurl into very creature. You've woken the Kraken, as it were. The three of you on the ground also see this. Let me show you what we're working with. Doot.
Why does that look familiar?
This guy. It's fun guy.
Why does that look familiar?
It's a giant
That doesn't
vine.
look like a fun guy. That looks like a plant.
Audrius 3.
It is a giant vine-like plant with these bulbous kind of orbs that seem to be incorporated into its body. Indeed, it has a fly trap style mouth that kind of like hisses at you, Zilix, as you seem to disturb it. And indeed, as you look, you see there's a whole bunch of like little shaky pods inside of its mouth that's like vibrating really quickly, making this noise. But let's roll into the initial order here, because you've gone immediately straight away to where the bad guy is in this map.
Sorry, Drew.
Cameron, just keep searching.
Hey, no, don't say sorry. We literally told him.
Is Redacted aware that any of this goes on? Because
Well, you're only about
y'all are
30,
so far away.
40 feet away. But yeah, this thing is up in the tree about 40 feet. So
19 on my initiative. Let's go. I'm not going last.
Well, Zilix, it's been fun.
Jam from my night. No.
yeah.
Well, I just want to make sure you go first, and I want to make sure you're safe. I'll come up behind you.
How
I'll catch
high
you
up
if you
is
fall.
Zilix right now?
We'll call it. Yeah.
How many feet?
40.
We'll call it
40?
30 because this thing is about 40 feet up. Yeah.
Okay.
30.
Right. Remember how you're talking, how you're going to be so effective with all these mind affecting abilities, Tyler?
Yeah, it's not going to affect a plant.
Probably not.
What if it's a mindful
plant
plant?
can have a mind and Starfighter.
No, they really don't. They really almost
They're really
always don't.
dumb as a sack of bricks.
This is one of those things where like turn one is Wisp ally and the rest of the turns are a quick snooze.
Already.
What about our Raxolite buddy? He was a plant.
Well, I've got good news and bad news. Good news is down below Asher and Sky Praetor. You see maybe this thing moving into attack position on Zilix. Bad news is you are down below. So Asher and Sky, you are up first. Rebecca, what would you like to do?
I should have had my pistol out to begin with, but I didn't. So I'm going to pull my pistol out.
Mhm.
Sorry, I always forget to say that out loud. It's like, obviously I have my weapons drawn, but whatever.
Drew, you don't have a weapon out either, so Take that.
Yes, I do. I've got my tail, bruh.
Oh my god!
I think we already talked. Do you have a tail blade?
No, my tail is just a weapon. It
Okay.
even has a critical effect.
Oh my! Well,
right.
the fact that us and the audience forgot you had a tail until a couple weeks ago.
I would have blamed the art, but nobody's actually seen the art yet.
All right, I am pulling out my pistol. I cannot trick on this attack. However, I am going to try to shoot it. My range is 40, so I think I'm in range.
Okay. You are kind of like immediately underneath this thing.
It's a 17 to hit.
It's a miss. Radier. Tyler is second in the turn order. Did you indeed roll a 19? Oh my.
Patrick, you're going to have to restate for me exactly how many feet the creature is away.
You're about 40 feet underneath this thing.
That sucks.
Okay.
I got nothing.
You just said like a minute ago what you're going to do. Wisp ally and then peace out.
I know, but
Wisp ally if you don't know what you're going to do.
No, you just ruined it because I think Wisp ally has a range of close. I'm double checking. Yeah. Yeah, so that's 25 feet plus 5 feet every 2 levels. So 25 plus 15.
Okay. Well, you can also ready to cast it.
I will do that then.
That's 40. He's 40 feet up, right? Is that helpful?
25.
Oh, yeah, you're just within.
Oh, right, because I'm level 6. So I just got an extra. Yeah, you're right, because it was 35 up until now. Now that we're 6th level. It's okay. Well, never mind. Yeah, Wisp. Thank you, Jabert, for mathing. Wisp ally, and I'm done.
Boom. Ally on the board. Okay. Drew. Up next.
I'm so glad you said
is
that.
the giant plant. I'm so sorry. I had a clown on you like that, Drew. I'm so sorry.
Also, why is Drew ahead of me?
Oh, no, sorry. Miles is up next.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be super useful.
Drew, Miles is up next.
You hear
100 miles away from the fight. That's fine.
A gunshot behind you. These ruins, by the way, Miles, all are overgrown. It doesn't look like the folks have gotten to them yet.
Okay. So Redacted probably like turns the music down for a little bit and is like,
Spreadbark is like, where are we going, boss?
turn around. And I guess Redacted would slowly make the group's way down. Got 30 move speed, so we'll probably go a little bit further south. And take a shot, I guess.
I feel like I can hear the wagon wheels turning right now as he slowly lumbers towards us.
That is a 19 on the dice.
A miss. Excellent. Now it's my turn, Drew. Get stuffed. I'm going to get a big old bite in of this big old planting maw, right?
Joe bite in.
Bite in. Get old bite in. A 16 on the dice. Gonna be a hit. Let me roll some d6. Shoop. Ooh, close to max damage. 24 points of bite damage. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no. What's your armor class, Drew?
17.
And I've rolled a 16, which means you are not grappled. You are pinned in this thing's mouth right now.
My goodness gracious.
Right? Is that what happens? A creature's attack hits the target's KC plus 13. Yes. Okay. Zilix pinned inside of the creature's mouth. And we're on to Zilix Thill. Oh no, Drew. I'm so sorry.
God. Let me see if I have anything that can get me out of this before you do that.
Can you leave your tail behind? Can you eschew tail?
Okay, let me. I gotta remember what grappled is. Hang on.
Grappled or pinned, the escape DC is equal to 10 plus the grappler's KAC. And I think when you're pinned,
So upsetting.
if you successfully escape, I think you go to grapple. I'll double check that. No, if you successfully escape the pin, you're just gone. You're straight gone.
All right. So what do I need?
Acrobatics.
Okay. So I activate my sheath array, which will give me a +2 to acrobatics. So that's a 19.
6 on the dice is definitely not going to do it. You got a level 6 reroll now, and I'm not saying use it, but not saying definitely don't waste it like me, Tyler, Rebecca and Miles did at level 5.
Hey, if I had a character that could make use of rerolls, I'd use it.
Truth.
I'm not going to use it on night 1.
And I will say, I'm because I got a episode reroll for the last 2 weeks. You guys get a single episode reroll today to use as a party. If you want to use it here, you can.
You're about to get eaten, my dude. You don't want to.
Anybody mind if I do this again?
No,
Yeah, give it a go. Give it a go.
If you are eaten, then the rest of this combat is going to be pretty dull for you.
Oh, it's
Say
going to be pretty dull.
23.
It's going to be pretty darn dull. That's not a success.
23 isn't good enough. Oh my god.
It's KAC.
It's KAC
plus
plus.
10.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we're looking for 18, 19s, 20s. This bad boy. Okay. But Jamfram.
Yeah. Oh boy. So let's see.
Don't you wish Drew, Asher, and Sky went up here instead of you? Don't you wish?
I mean, I have an axe, but it would take a long time to chop down this tree.
Did you do the math on 81 foot circumference?
Yeah, I'm gonna need like one of the like old timey 2-person saws to get in like
the one they make rain effects with. Like boing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have a spell, summon niche tool. So
what if you chained the tool to the back of the war wagon and we just like giddy upped?
Just drive around.
Just drive around in a circle.
Yeah, giddy up as it takes you 4 hours to get over here to this.
Right,
destroying this national treasure of a tree.
Do you think Redacted cares about that at all?
You gotta have a nation before it can be a national treasure. So,
Plossov. This is in Plossov's borders. This might be like the tallest, oldest tree on the planet, and you're like, let's go.
Maybe
Give me the dynamite.
I mean, again, Redacted would not care about that at all.
It's a living organism. I thought. I
maybe when Praetor was used to be an elf, he would have cared, but his undead self doesn't give one Amadeus out of this tree.
All out of goofs to.
I'm just saying, this would make a pretty cool treehouse base. I mean, yes, wanted to.
As a reaction, can Asher throw herself in front of the tree and prevent them from cutting it down?
you chain yourself to it. Like, no.
As a reaction.
In the middle of the fight.
The way to go through Asher just the same, so let's do it.
Community.
Zilix is getting swallowed.
A little help here.
Oh, I like the voice.
Oh boy. Okay, so it's in its mouth though, right?
You see some arms and legs of Zilix like trying to pry it open right now.
Did you just call me an it? I'm a dude, bro.
Well, I mean, you're
trying to pry it open.
You're a lizard at best, so. All right, let's see here.
You're a lizard at best is going in my quotes to be angry at your bird about.
Let me see.
On a good day, you're a lizard.
Successful check is half land speed. All right, if I'm climbing, trying to get a sense of what my options are here. So that's only like 10 feet.
Why did I climb this stupid tree?
I know. Why are you so good at climbing? Just showing off.
I've got a 20-foot climb speed. You can climb right into the jaws of this creature. That's what you can climb into.
I mean, okay, so all right, this isn't ideal.
Oh, you know what, Miles? No, I think you actually did hit with this. Sorry to backpedal a little bit, but I forgot about Wisp Ally because we had to mess up. I'm just realizing is it Wisp Ally +2?
It's Herring Fire, which is +2, right?
Yeah. So this 19 is actually a hit on EAC.
Woohoo! Does Wisp Ally do anything for acrobatics checks?
No, I'm working on it. I'm gonna try my best. I'm trying my best to help out, buddy.
Minimum damage.
Oh boy.
Let me just double check here. Yeah, Azimuth laser pistol has an 80-foot range. You definitely got that. So, all right. Well, we actually have damage on the board, which is, I'm sure you guys are going to be very excited to hear.
Yes.
Yeah, Wisp Ally.
And also,
you're welcome.
The laser blast seems to do a little bit more damage.
Oh.
Well, that's
classic
good.
weak to fire plant.
Enough damage that it made the creature go after Redacted instead of chomping down on old Zilix.
We're probably going to finish our appetizer before we go on to the main
course.
Yeah, don't play with my food, Drew.
Ryan, what kind of an action is a knowledge check? Wait a minute. I don't have life science. Never mind.
Free.
Oh, it's free? Oh, right.
This
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, this
All right,
game's great. So much better than second edition.
Oh, no. Well, no, it's. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, I'm going to pull out my auto target rifle and I'm going to take a shot. So I drop my. I prepare to chop down the tree and I look at how big the tree is and look at how big I am. And then I drop my axe and I pull out a gun. I point it straight up.
Will
Unless
anybody ever be able to say I pull out my gun in a different tone of voice?
And I pull out my gun.
No.
Will always be.
I say,
always do that.
spit out that lizard. Open fire. I rolled a 2.
Ooh.
So
Great. Love it. Love it.
Toot, toot.
The tree is shot to shreds. You say.
yeah, I'll keep shooting the tree. I'll get it down eventually.
Asher and Sky, back to you. Turn 2.
All right,
You're welcome to
I'll
climb
shoot
up this
again.
time.
You want to come up now?
On second thought, I'm not sure I can climb. Like, I don't have.
Just check my character
athletics
sheet.
at all. Like,
Ooh, looks like I didn't bring my climbing kit on this one.
well, I do have my climbing kit, but I don't think I have time to like
It's in the car.
set it up, and you know,
Yeah.
it's a whole to do, and
Yeah.
we don't have time for that. I'm just
Dang,
gonna
I'm sorry,
shoot.
my character voice is so inconsistent, but this is a cool dude. He's a cool dude.
Is he?
I think so.
You get to tank this episode. I tanked last episode, so
Dang, you got swallowed.
I tried to tank inadvertently. All right. Oh no, I didn't do the trick. Let me do the trick. Hold on. Sorry.
Well, spoiler warning.
Uh-oh.
You didn't hit, so
Oh no. All right.
yeah. 9 on the dice on the
Anyways.
attack. Radier. Oh, did you want to move as well, Rebecca?
No, I'll stay where I am.
Okay. I take it that Zilix is also within 40 feet.
Yep.
Okay. Then we are going to cast a second level spell. I'm sorry, a first level spell called Fluid Morphism. Well, actually, before I cast it, Drew, your sheath array gives you a bonus to acrobatics.
Yes.
What typed bonus is it? Because I can give you an enhancement bonus, but I don't think those stack, right?
It's an insight bonus.
Okay.
Perfect. Then I will use Fluid Morphism. I get to choose an ability score. I'm pretty sure acrobatics is dex, so we're going to choose dex. You get a +2 enhancement bonus to ability checks with that ability score and skill checks based on that score.
Oh, man.
And this lasts a minute per level. So it's going to last 6 minutes, which will be far more than this combat, hopefully. And
Tyler, oh no. Why would you put that into the podcast either?
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So yeah, Drew, if you don't want this to happen, you can make a fortitude save. Otherwise,
We're moving on. Yeah, well, that's an effective +3, right? +2 enhancement plus. Well, I guess Drew, do you already have you already have an enhancement bonus to your agility, right? Or your
I don't think so.
Dex or acrobatics.
dex.
The only thing I have would be with the sheath array, so.
Well, that'll give you an effective +3 here to add to your next save. Redacted. Your laser pistol seems to be the only thing that's hit the hide of this creature, and it did not like it.
Okay. It's still up in there in the tree.
It is.
Okay. So yeah, we'll probably just take another blast.
Another-
25 to hit.
Another hit. Another goody amount of damage. 9 points of damage, so taking a little bit more than that.
Awesome.
I've got a new target soon. I've got my second appetizer, my aperitif, my amuse-bouche coming after. Oh, was there a move action you wanted to make? Or?
Oh, yeah, Bernard will probably back up just a little bit.
Back that wagon up. Excellent. All right. We are on to the flower's turn. Mr. Plantman, who is going to make another bite attack to see if he can indeed swallow a fun lizard boy. 6 on the dice. And your armor class is what, Drew?
17.
17. Okay, to swallow whole, I need just to hit KAC +4. And I have with the 6 on the dice. Swallowed whole.
Bye, Zilix.
Oh, you automatically take the attack's damage with this first. So let me roll that too. This is 22 points of bludgeoning damage, and Zilix is gone. Zilix is inside this creature.
Oh boy, love this. This is great. Very
And,
happy.
This thing climbs down the tree a little bit. Actually, it's kind of just it'll take some fall damage.
Drew, if you're lucky, it will vomit you up like John Voight and Anaconda, and then you can wink at us. It'll be real cool.
Yeah. Or alternatively, you can crawl out the other end of it like Ace Ventura in.
Yeah, and Pet Detective. When nature calls.
No, it's when nature
Yeah.
calls. It was,
Yeah.
It seemed to take a little bit of damage, fall into the ground, and technically, I think where it's moving, Jamperin. Oh, you don't have a melee weapon now, right?
Nope.
Okay, it's just gonna fall like right next to Jamperin, Asher, and Deer, and you see a giant pod kind of like sliding down this thing's gullet. Maybe some flashes of like a tail, some hands inside its throat. Okay, that is its turn, and we are on to Drew inside the belly of the beast.
what can I do, Swallowed?
A swallow target can attempt to climb out. The swallowed creature must succeed at both a grapple check. Oh my gosh. A grapple check and an athletics check to climb out. Each of those takes a full round. If both are successful, you climb out of the creature's mouth and can escape. You can also attack from the inside with light weapons, one-handed weapons.
What about unarmed?
You can attack with, unarmed is light.
Okay.
We're gonna have to do the right damage type, though, right?
Let's see. I have an internal EAC and KAC and the amount of hit points that it would need to take to burst your pod. So yeah, what would you like to do on your turn, Drew? How is Zilix doing? You've taken a lot of damage. So far.
Zilix is still in stamina damage, but not by much.
Okay.
Anything more, and he's going to be fully gone. So he is going. You're gonna, if you can see Zilix in this creature's throat, you're going to see it kind of bulk up a little bit as he readies and gets into swarm strike mode, which is part of the sheath array, and he's going to swarm strike from inside.
Okay. Blasting at this thing. What kind of attack is this? KAC, EAC?
I believe it's KAC.
This is a hit. Swarm strike hit. Looks like bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. Any two? Which two were you doing?
Let's do slashing and piercing.
You seem to indeed do a good amount of damage here to its internals. Your pod does not break though. So I'm marking the damage, but it is still intact. Jamfram, creature's right down here next to you now.
All right. Well, I'll draw my sword. And sword? I guess my axe is on the ground where I dropped it.
I can just pick it up with a move action.
Yeah. Sword, axe, sword, axe. Axe. Yeah, I'm gonna chop this thing like a big old lumberjack.
All right.
Hope it's evil.
Hope this completely
Neutral.
nature-centric plant is evil as the day is long.
It's evil. It sure did an evil thing when it ate my friend. It's going to plant hell when it dies.
Dude, I just wanted a snack, okay?
Yeah, well,
I just want a little nibble, a little bite.
that's why it's. Oh man, another two. Oh, beans. All right. Well,
Oh
have
no.
fun, everybody. Have fun storming the castle, kids.
Have fun getting eaten. Asher and Sky.
All right, I'm going to. Where is it now?
It is on the ground right next to you.
Okay, I'm going to jump out of the way behind, like this way.
Okay.
And
So your movement in this is only the first square for your operative ability. Is that correct?
no, I'm using uncanny mobility, which means I can choose a target and movement does not provoke AOO. So I'm
No
going
movement.
to,
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to, that's my only target. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm moving and it doesn't provoke. And I'm going to shoot from where I land after my tumbling,
Mhm.
round offs and back handsprings.
Oh, you're too fast for this thing to get a bead on.
Yeah. Okay, that's a 27 to hit.
Ooh, I've got very good news. This is both a hit and a trick, because 8 or lower is what you've rolled here. 8 or lower on the mysticism check. Yeah, so,
Okay, so that's a total of 18 damage, sonic damage.
with your trick damage. Okay. All right.
And it is flat-footed.
You are trying to make it flat-footed with your fang. Okay. Got the damage on. It is not bloodied yet. We will mark this on the dude. Flat-footed attacks for next turn. Radier is next up in the turn order.
Cool. I can't target Zilix, right? Can't see him.
I don't believe you could.
Life science to identify the plant?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's had a mind this entire time. That's what I want to know. Maybe I'm a big. Okay. Well, I'm not going to get to know 5 on the dice.
It's a huge plant.
Huge plant. It's probably mindless.
But what if it wasn't? Oh.
Yeah, I guess I literally don't know what else to do. So we're just going to do a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's just a level 1 mind thrust. Does it have a mind, Patrick?
Oh, you know for a fact it does not. You don't see anywhere on the pod where a brain would be located. It's all, It's all leaf.
No, I know where the brain's located. It's in his tummy.
Yeah.
And now he's got one brain inside of his brain.
I guess you can make an AOO. I didn't think about that when I said what I said.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Because you can make attacks of opportunity while flat-footed, right? No, you cannot take reactions while flat-footed. That's why we hate operatives here on this podcast.
Yay.
That's why we absolutely hate them.
That's right. Never mind. All right, so that's my turn.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Flashbacks to season 3.
Well, gonna
8 horse to the old town.
I'm gonna roll life science. Never mind. 13.
Oh, boy. You guys are not up on your giant plant anatomy, are you?
Yeah, because
No, I'm all up in the giant plant anatomy. Come on.
Yeah, you should roll from the inside and look for if it's just written in its sack somewhere.
let me know how this plant. Let's see. Back up a little bit more and
Special
take
guest
another
appearance
shot.
by Kenny. Got this, Miles. Be the hero.
Don't stop jinxing me. Jeez.
7 on the dice gonna be else. Oh, boy, I thought you were gonna drive into this thing.
I was thinking about it,
I
but
would have loved for you to have done so.
You just hit the sack where Zilix is. All right, Zilix, you're taking some acid damage at the beginning around here. In said sack, in the sacky, 11 points of acid damage on its turn, though. Oh, we're making this combat a lot more complicated. Can everyone except Zilix make me a fortitude save? Oh man.
yes, I can.
Well, you got those shades on. Open.
Ooh, I'm gonna use my once a day fortitude reroll.
Oh, that's a pretty good use.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler.
Oh,
Also rolling natural 20.
right here, redacted 20 buddies.
The one person who probably didn't need to make this save.
Rebecca, do you got the eel jacket?
I do. Yeah.
But you also rolled a
Out.
straight 12. Oh, no.
And I rolled it almost again.
No.
That one was
So
all you need.
this is now, unfortunately, everyone has failed except Asher and Sky.
Was I
this-
one off, perchance?
No. The plant begins to emit a pulse of bright light from all the pods on its body. You do get a lot of this on the inside, Zilix, but is directed outwards as beams of light blast your eyeballs. And everyone looks away except Asher, who's aiming down scope when this happens, perhaps. And you are hit with blindness as a condition. You're blinded by the light.
Oh, I thought you said everyone failed except Asher and Sky, and I was like, oh.
No. The natural 20s you guys are rolling.
Oh, yeah, I was like, what did Asher and Sky do with their 13?
This is one of those. This is opposite day.
You guys are
Permanently
roped up like a
blind.
deuce, another runner in the night.
Mhm.
right. And that's really all it can do for its turn. Drew on the inside. Drew, what you got, Zilix?
I think we're gonna attack twice because I don't know what else I can do.
Give it a tummy ache.
Well, you can attack once. That's also an option, but
Yeah, but I feel like I need to crit fish. Oh, I hate this because I feel like if I switch to one of my laser weapons, I do more damage. But could I? Like, that's the thing. If I am inside this thing's throat, how could I miss?
you hit yourself.
Life finds a way, bud.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna crit fish this round.
All right. Swarm striking.
Fish the first.
Oh, you fished it.
You fished it.
You fished it, Drew.
Natural 20, baby.
Critical. Let's shout out Patreon. We have a brand new Patreon subscribers. Alexander W. Thank you so much for subscribing on Patreon. I think this last week. We appreciate you. Hopefully you're up to date on podcasts. You get this immediately. Oh, it's a goodie amount of damage. Looks like here too. Drew, how much damage?
So 17 plus 17, which is 34, if I do that math right.
Is that right? Does your swarm strike do plus 13?
It's pretty wild.
Okay, well, the pod burst open. Technically, you can make your second attack here against the outside of it now.
I mean, I feel like I said I was going to do 2 attacks, and I already took the -4 on the first, so I got to do the second one.
Well, I will say if you would prefer to just stand up, I would allow you to do that.
Yeah, I'd like to. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. That will take us to Jamfram.
Okay. I'm feeling good. Zilix is out, not being eaten anymore. There's a big hole in this thing.
Not this turn.
Yeah, well, he's not being eaten currently. I don't remember. Do they have a thing? Do they still have the thing where like, they can't retry to eat somebody if somebody cut their tummy open like they did in first edition of Pathfinder?
Not on this one. This thing has a
boy.
lot of pods that it can,
I see. He's got different tummies to put you in. I see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
not tummy number 4. That was my favorite.
This thing can eat large creatures, and it has pods that are that big. It's digestive pods can have like a noir. Or what's a large creature? A showbad.
Yeah, I'm gonna chop for one of the pods. I'm gonna try to slice it open. Big chop.
Okay.
Chop and chop. 2 chops from 1 chop. You know what?
It is flat-footed right now. So
Yeah, 2 chops. 2 chops it is. That's why you do it. I rolled a third 2, and that's why you rolled twice.
Restart your computer.
Why? Yeah, just force us to go to a new non-roll 20 system.
Yeah, I know.
At this point.
Oh, that's more like it. So
almost the opposite side of the dice. Yes, that is a hit
for 23 slashing.
Yes, you slice right through this pod. It does seem to not even register on your blade. You're cutting through like silk with this thing. Okay, that is enough to bloody this creature and take us to the next turn. Asher and Sky, everything's gone dark. The whole world.
Question: would a mind affecting sense dependent effect have any effect on this thing?
Definitely not. I mean, if it's actually
Tyler
no one's
math,
technically, actually no one's technically figured out what this is, but all plants have plant immunities typically, which include no mind affecting.
Earlier, you heard Prater swear,
Yeah,
stupid no-brained creature.
I know. Okay. What I was going to do is just start dancing for it, but if it has a mind, then
Dance for the plant that ate me.
well, it wouldn't do anything anyway, so I'm gonna do that.
Quickly, Asher, fan dance for the monster.
Audricus 3 is enamored.
Being blinded though, like I'm not gonna shoot, obviously. How long am I blinded?
I have not said yet, but definitely this turn.
Can I try to identify it while I'm blinded, or is it too late?
You got a good look at it, so yeah. Life science check. Oh, better than everyone else. Still not good enough, unfortunately.
Okay.
What would this be? That is enough to know, indeed, the plant immunities at the very least.
I just feel like there's nothing I can do that's safe. So I'm just going to... Can I do?
I mean, you can take blind shots at it if you'd like.
Yeah, but those could hit other people, couldn't they?
I mean, with a critical fail, but
Oh, but not normally?
unless it moved and someone moved in the square that you just saw. But I mean, it's a huge creature, so it is kind of like hitting the broadside of a barn. That being said, with blind, you are at a 50% miss chance. So
It's worth a shot. I'm gonna not trick.
know if you can, because I think trick does involve
Well, I can't
targeting.
anyway. Yeah, but I'm gonna just try for a 20. We'll see. We'll go for sure. Make this as impossible as possible. Oh, natural 1. Look at that.
Wow.
I mean,
Oh,
it makes
Lord.
sense.
Dude, you love it when role playing and dice line up for that perfect moment.
Critical fumble deck from Paizo or fan fumble. What would you
I
like?
just like the Zilix manages to slash his way out of the plant and immediately takes a bullet to the dome.
I'm gonna go with a fan fumble.
All right, I swear to gosh, if this is shoot a random ally,
Please. I want nothing.
love it so much. Critical fail deck on cosmiccrit.com, made by fans, for fans, and us. We use it a lot. Oh, it looks like you've got off light here. It's submitted by our good friend Rabbit in the Discord. It's called Second Chances. Your weapon has multi-fired. Lose 2 or more uses of ammunition. Immediately make a second attack roll with all previous modifiers, including an additional -4. And on a success, if you hit, count you deal base weapon damage. And on a failure, there's no additional loss, but a loss of ammo. So I hope that makes sense. Base damage if you hit a second time.
Does this take the place of my other attack that I was going to do?
Nope.
Or it's in addition to that?
No, but you lose 2 things of ammunition, it says.
And
Two
does it say you have to do a -4
shots.
to that? To the attack?
Correct. Yeah. I don't think, I mean, if you're taking 2 shots, that wouldn't stack. So basically, I mean, this is a good one. This is called Second Chances. Okay.
This is my second attack. 15?
Well, this
That
is
does.
this is the reshot of the critical failure. And that
Oh,
is
okay.
also
So an
a
11
miss.
then, I
Yeah.
guess.
Go ahead and roll that second attack.
22?
22. That includes your minus, though.
Yes.
That is potentially a hit. Roll me a 50-50 miss chance. You want high on whatever die you roll. 2 misses. 2 very complicated
Lame.
blinded misses.
Oh,
That almost indeed blasted Zilix's head off. The one. You just shooting sonic waves
So close.
in the general vicinity of this thing. Okay, Pradier, we are back to you.
Well, how's Zilix looking?
I am in HP damage, but not much. But I have no SP.
Okay. Well, then you're going to have to get hurt more before I care.
Wow. Thanks. Boy.
So sorry.
No, you're not.
Listen, if I could heal stamina, I would be all over you, but I can only heal hit points, so you're going to have to get hurt more. I still can't do anything. So just because, and it now does have attacks of opportunity, so I definitely don't want to cast a spell, and I probably can't move. So let's just bonk it.
Bonk it, you say?
Bonk it.
Big old bonk energy.
Bonk. That's a miss.
Oakley dokley. Any move action?
Now eat Pradier because of the attempt.
Eat, pray to your love. Got it.
How have we not used that as a title?
Yeah.
we are
Cut that out. We
on-
gotta use that. We gotta use that someday.
we're on to
Oh, then everyone's gonna think we. Oh, Praetor's getting eaten by this plant. Oh, nope, it's Zilix.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to now.
Somebody nobody cares about.
Oh no, just to make it come true. Miles, we're on to you.
All right, so let's go for Ram.
Ramming speed. As you move forward, you're gonna hate this, but it is a hilarious thing that can happen now. You hit a patch that is only on my screen of difficult terrain as spare parts begins to slow down. So the wagon is straight up going like 10 miles an hour as he pulls it forward. He's like,
That
"This
sounds like a
is-
lie.
I will shoot map, but you're going through a full like 20 feet of difficult terrain right now. Oh,
All the
goodness. All these routes. Hold on. Let me, I'll share it with you. Just because I think it's so humorous. I think you'd still be able to get there with a double move.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Well, I'm saying spare parts can. He's got 30 feet. But I just think it's funny that if you had backed up further, you would not be able to get there with the
God. It's stupid. This game sucks.
It's the best. We upload this little box.
Absolute made up
difficult terrain.
It sucks when you have difficult terrain, but when your bro is swallowed, it's this normal thing that happens.
Also, if he had the skyboat.
Yeah, it is a normal thing that happens. It's happened to like all of us at least once in this entire game.
Make me a piloting check.
Alrighty.
Did move last turn.
26.
So easily success, and you have found its worst save is reflex.
Go figure, right?
I do need to roll single digis here, reflex, but spare parts is like, I can do this, pulling the war wagon.
Oh boy.
And
come on.
he cannot. It dodges right out of the way. It's like, sorry, I've let you down, redacted. I will shut down now.
Redacted would be like, nothing less was expected.
Oh, it's my turn now. Oh, look who I've got here. I've got spare parts. I've got redacted and improved cover, Jam from Pradier, and
those spare parts.
Zilix. I tried to eat Zilix just a second ago. I'm going to roll a d6, and maybe the card's in there too.
If you roll and eat me again, I'm gonna
1, 2, 3.
Right,
Zilix is a 4 on a d6. That's the only one that really matters here. I've rolled a 5. Jamfrub, you're getting bit on. No. 12 on the dice is going to be a hit. Wait, what's your
6?
26. So I need I do just get a 30 for grappled condition, because that's KC. Oh no, that's KC plus 8.
Yeah,
plus
plus
4
usually.
Let me see this.
I mean,
It has improved.
my CMD is 34.
Yeah,
I don't know how your thing
plus
works.
8.
Yeah,
I just put it in the chat like 20 minutes ago, but I somehow closed. Oh no, I have it here. Swallow hole. Blah, 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 blah. No, this is it basically has improved fight or improved grapple, because it only needs KC plus 4 to grapple with the attack. So damage wise, this is 20 points of bludgeoning damage. And now Jamfrum is grappled. That is its turn. Drew.
double swarm strike. We're gonna break the Jamf man out of this.
Okay. It's going to make an attack of opportunity.
For a melee attack?
What weapon do you have out?
Swarm strike.
Oh, you have a swarm strike. If it's melee, then boom, you're good.
20.
I guess technically, is the Wisp ally still up?
Yes.
I think this is the first attack of this round for that to work.
Correct.
Because Redacted did not fire. So that is just a hit.
Booyah.
Let's
19
go
points
with
of damage.
ally.
It's good amount of damage here. Is that 19?
19 points of damage.
Max damage. Okay. Second attack? Are you attacking twice?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm going to bite you again. Aren't I? I'm going to have to bite you again. All right. 4 on the dice is a miss. Jamfrum grappled in this thing's maw.
Mm-hmm.
Sap-like
I
ichor.
forget how it works in this game. When you grapple somebody, do you also gain the grappled condition?
No.
Boy, this game is absolute baloney.
Right?
It's such baloney. It's such baloney.
Yeah, basically, it's more grapply in Starfinder. So yeah, you got -2 to a bunch of stuff here with grappled, and
yeah, and I can't use my axe.
Oh, I forgot you took out the axe. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
all right, I'll draw my sword and chop it with my sword then.
Okay.
There's like a pile of weapons on my feet right now.
I was about to say you can use the axe one-handed, but it's like -4 penalty. It's not great.
Yeah.
And you have a much better chance.
24 to hit. -2, 22.
That is a hit against KAC.
All right, 19 points of damage.
See, guys, you don't need an operative. You're doing fine. Wait, how much damage?
19 slashing.
Oh boy. Well, you guys have. Why does anyone do bludgeoning or piercing damage? You've avoided all of its many damage reductions and immunities and senses and whatnot.
Really?
No one's fired anything that has not gone through, because it's got some pretty heavy DR except for slashing. But it's still up after that. You've chopped off like multiple pods. One is burst open from the inside. And well, who else did a lot of damage to it? It's got a couple big old laser blasts in it as we go on to turn 4. Asher and Sky still blinded. What would you like to do, Rebecca?
Still blinded. Can I hear where it is?
Well, your allies can tell you it has not moved, so you can shoot at its
But have
general
you ever
location.
closed your eyes and like been in a space for more than a few seconds and lost where you were? Like, no?
That's true.
It's just
No,
me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have
But-
no idea
but
what you're
with-
talking
If
about.
you were to put me on the free throw line of a basketball court and say close your eyes and shoot free throws, I'd still make so many of those, no matter how long I
Well,
stood there.
Once again,
Aren't you
Star
drunken
Wars-
jock?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
show off, King.
Well, I'm just saying, like when you do, like
No,
she's an operative, she's
time
shot
out,
her
time
weapon
out.
thousands
This is
of
something
times.
we're gonna film for the Patreon. Is Tyler blindfold shooting free throws now that he's like, I would make like half of them. No, you wouldn't.
Oh, dude.
He said I would make so many of them.
Yeah,
So
if I shoot 10 and I make less than 8, I would be upset.
No,
All
yeah,
right.
you're gonna be upset. You are gonna be upset.
Well, no, if you play
Blindfolded.
basketball like in high school, like they drill that into you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I played basketball from when I was like
he's a Jeep. That can
from when I
shoot
was like
threes.
6 to when I was like 22. I mean,
Yeah,
I
That
we're
was a
gonna
long
need
time ago, Tyler.
Yeah,
That was a long time ago.
some
You're an
of us-
old
and
man.
some of us, Tyler, spent high school being nerds and not playing sports. So some of us are like, "There's no way you're going to do that." So we need some proof.
Yeah, I did both, and like they actively make you like if you miss a free throw, you have to run laps because the whole point is it's a free point, and so we actually had an exercise where at certain points after practice or right towards the end of practice, you did have to close your eyes because the whole point was you had to perfect your technique to the degree that if you did have your eyes closed, you'd still make it.
Well, I'm traumatized because well,
you needed a better
proud
coach
of
then.
myself. I'm very proud of myself because in church basketball in high school, I made a basket in a game once. It was highlight.
Let's go.
I'm sorry, Rebecca. I thought you were talking about like in game. I didn't know you were about to lay some trauma on us.
I also remember in elementary school being traumatized by my PE coach. I was in like first grade and he made me run around the gym dribbling the ball because I was so bad at dribbling. So, you know.
Oh my God, he made you
Basketball is
practice
awful.
dribbling. What a
yeah.
monster.
Yes.
Wait, sorry, can you hear me?
I was like crying the
can't
whole
now.
time, and
Okay.
he made me dribble in front of the entire class by myself around the gym. It was humiliating.
Well,
Anyway.
I'm going
I can see that
to
being humiliating.
I'm going to make you take probably 2
Rebecca-
shots again in front of the entire podcast.
Yeah, I hate to be
Your turn.
unsympathetic, but I feel like you had a very typical sport experience. Like I got in trouble once, and I mean this was like the origin story for one of my old icon in Roll20. But I had to on my hands and my feet.
Oh yeah, yes.
Move around the
Say
court,
it.
going
Say
beep
it.
beep. I'm a jeep. Beep beep. I'm a jeep because I got in trouble. and while
said that, too.
everybody was just watching that and just being like, "Yeah, move it, jeep." And like, I mean,
It was one of the foundational moments in our
I was
friendship.
We've
bad
made
at
fun of your childhood
basketball.
trauma for years.
no,
Sorry.
it's not. It's not trauma. It's hilarious.
No,
I mean,
I
it's
know.
just-
I can tell.
The best
It's
moment
just
of
a
all
thing.
time
Tyler,
is
it's trauma that you've just internalized in a way that's made it seem like, oh, this is fine. This is a
so
fine
Drew,
thing that
to be fair,
happened.
to be fair, Tyler dropped this on us during a session where we were playing Destiny, and it's like, oh, you know, it's like when this happens, as if it was a normal thing, and we all kind of just like
Yes.
quietly went, Like,
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I played.
to my dying day will ever forget that story.
I played during an era where, I mean, we would call it hazing now, and it probably would not be appropriate anymore. But I mean, that was like that story doesn't even come close to like what other kids endured. Like, it was, things that are just.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was forced to run laps till I vomited. Like,
right, exactly. So
I just want to clarify, Tyler. I wasn't questioning your ability at basketball when you were 22.
No,
But
you just doubled down on the old man comment.
I want to make sure you know you're in your 30s, bud. You're in your 30s.
That's true.
You're halfway through. You're at the halfway mark, buddy.
Maybe I should take Drew up on that 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This has been Sports Center on Cosmic Crit.
All right. Inspired by Pradier's
Is it Rebecca's turn? Oh my god.
His basketball skills.
Oh yeah, we're still recording a podcast, aren't we? That's so weird.
Oh man.
Asher and Sky are going to just shoot randomly at the spot they were staring at a minute ago.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, please.
Well, I guess it's only been like 12 seconds, right? So
It has, yes.
maybe it's feasible. All right, let's see how this goes. It's still -4 to both of these. I'm going to shoot twice. 13.
Great start. That's a miss. All right.
And a 12.
12. This
All right.
makes sense. This tree is getting a lot of hate from you guys' weapons as you're blasting off lichen that's been there for like 300 years.
I wanted to chain myself to the tree, but the tree decided to house creatures that blinded me. So
Yeah, can you imagine if you chained yourself to this tree?
I have good news. Your blindness is over. It was a 2-round thing.
Oh yeah.
Bad news is I'm probably going to try and blind you all again and pray to your Tyler.
Oh good. No one else took damage, right? Jamfram, you got kind of grappled, but you're not.
Yeah, I'm still in the SP.
And can't do that. Okay. Courtesy bonk, I guess. Courtesy bonk.
Somehow you can't.
Bonk. I missed.
Oh, what is this?
Oh wait, what would my bonus be on an attack roll? Sorry, this is my staff.
Yeah, it's plus your strength, right?
Which is 0, and my melee is 2, so this is a 20 against KAC.
That is a miss.
That's what I thought. Yeah, if I don't, I need a 20 to hit you.
3, 2, go. Tyler.
Sorry.
Redacted. Onto you.
Oh, okay. Take a shot.
Okay. This will provoke, but you do have the old improved cover, which I think is +2.
Or can I just like guarded drive back?
No such thing as a guarded drive back.
I mean, you could slowly roll back.
Guarded drive does seem like a feature they would apply to cars in like 1994.
So yeah. Improved cover. So yeah, you get a +4 to your KAC here, but it's going to try and bite you.
Great. I don't care.
I get to make a single reactive attack, and I've rolled very poorly. What's your KAC, Miles?
I don't know, like 1,000. 19.
19 +4 is a 23.
Sure.
I have hit with the 4 on the dice. Get stuff.
This game sucks. This game is absolute garbage. I'm quitting this show.
No, never mind. It can only do this with its tentacles. That's a miss.
Okay, so it's grabbing with tentacles.
My anger stands.
No, it's grabbing you with its bite, which is its good attack, and its tentacles sadly are much weaker.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm so sorry that the tentacles are weaker.
I rolled a 4, and it is as it should be a miss. What is your? It looks like you've missed on your attack, Miles.
Yeah.
Did you want to back the vehicle up? Do you want to?
Yeah.
Our man slowly back that thing up. Where'd it go?
What'd you do?
What did you do, Miles?
I put it where it was supposed to go, and then all of a sudden it floated away.
I was picking up the token for spare parts. Okay, technically you can, like I said, because this is a typical terrain, you can only move about 15 feet on a single move. God. So you're way back here, 15 feet around. On its turn, it does the automatic damage to Jamfram in the grapple. This is 24. Wait, let me double check. Yeah, just its bite. 24 points of bludgeoning damage, and down you go, down its gullet. Oh wait, I know I have to make an attack with that. Sorry, let me double check. Yes, you're down the gullet. It's the standard action. Then we are on to Zilix Thel, right outside.
Zilix is seeing Jamfram swallowed, very angry.
Triggered.
And since he's already in Berserker Swarm Strike mode, he is going to Swarm Strike twice again.
You want to go at the pod that you can see sliding down the gullet?
Yes.
What you got here? First is a miss, it looks like, against KAC. Second attack.
I guess Zilix could roll like life science to figure out some of these things. Because nope, that's nothing.
5.
Nothing.
Ronk that. Roll. Jamfram, you in this thing's belly.
Yeah.
What you got inside?
I got my sword inside. I'll tell you that.
Heyo.
So
Yeah, you can make attacks with a one-handed weapon, right?
yeah. Am I still grappled inside?
Yes, technically. But
Okay.
it is also much easier to hit on the inside. So
So I'm gonna make 2 attacks.
just
Stomach
kind of
number.
So
2.
start slashing. So -2. I'm putting it in right now. Wait, no, -6. So I'm making 2 attacks. And 15 to hit.
First one is a miss. 10 on the
And
dice. There
and
she-
a 7.
There she is again. That evil temptress of a natural 2. Turn 5, Asher and Sky. No longer blind, Rebecca.
Yay!
It's only 2 turns. What would you like to do?
I'm going to shoot unimpeded with a trick. Hopefully it hits. So 22 to hit and a CR 17 or lower.
So high. Tricked and blasted apart with
Does
finally a well-placed
24.
sonic blast. Yeah. It explodes. The pod gets ejected with Jamfram in it. Just kind of like a seed pod drops out of this thing. You can cut your friend out. We're out of combat. So it's a classic Starfinder monster, the Moonflower. Big old Moonflower.
All right. Well, when we get back to Viridian, executive order, whatever, will be to slaughter all moonflowers.
Oh, they're going to just say, just destroy this entire valley. It needs to be napalmed.
I won't take my anger out on the other flora and fauna, just this one in particular.
Moonflower
We
sounds
will
like
have
a
a-
character name that Rebecca had 2 seasons ago.
Probably was.
Alrighty. Yeah, so we're out of combat, and Zilix, how are you doing?
I mean, I didn't take damage after I got ejected from it, so I'm still where I was. Need a little bit of a break. A little 10 minute rest.
Little 10 minute. Praetor will cast Psychokinetic Hand to help try to clean off your guys' armor while you guys are resting.
Thanks.
I'd rather be covered in it just to.
Cattywampus
show.
comes over and just starts spitting on your armor. He's like, Goblin spit shot, cover that up, sir. Gotcha, Mr. Zilix. Well,
Can Asher and Sky go and balance on the walls of the ruins and look down below?
yes.
Yeah. Oh, and if you climb those walls, there's another pronking magic plant
Moonflower
creature.
babies.
Yeah. While folks are resting, these ones all to the north here of the tree on this northwest side seem to be completely overgrown. It doesn't seem like the folks have done much work to them. But from here, you see over to the east what looks like a dais. Raised upon said dais is some kind of pool of liquid. Maybe there's still some kind of overgrowth amongst the stone rubble here, but you see a raised black basin about a foot high with crystal clear water inside.
Crystal clear is better than mossy green.
Caution, crystal clear might mean magic, and we know what that can do.
Are you going over there with her? Or are you just radioing from your 10-minute
I'm radioing
rest?
because I'm sitting on my hind end, resting.
My hiney resting. Rebecca, does Asher and Sky know Elven language?
No, not according to my
Elvin,
sheet.
that's the guy who painted my parents' house.
Oh,
What?
I don't know what's
names
happening.
their kid Elvin.
True. Yeah, that was
You
a
don't
weird
name your
one.
children after languages.
Elvin
Ashton Sky, I know Elvin.
Wasn't Elvin the guy that was on Murphy Brown way back in the day? The guy
Elvin was the leader of the 3 Chipmunk brothers.
No, that was Alvin.
And the squeak
That's
in the
Alvin.
Squeakquel. Yeah, you do recognize very faded, delicate.
You remember their dad going, Elvin?
Yeah. Cyrodiil Morslaville. Because he's speaking Elvish. You recognize delicate elven script carved into the exterior of the basin walls here, but maybe time and weather has faded them away, and not speaking it, you don't know what it says.
Can I call Pradier over?
Yeah, do you want to make me a survival or a perception check in the meantime?
Not scared at all by that.
What do you want to read over? Take a look at the pool.
The 22.
Indeed, looking at the water, you're about to touch the basin, but indeed something Zillick said rings in your ears. It does seem odd, extremely odd, that this pool is not only crystalline clear, but there's not even a piece of debris, a fallen leaf, piece of the jungle that has marred its surface.
Prater comes walking up the steps. Found something interesting?
A few things, actually. There's Elven script and a suspiciously clear pool of water.
Oh my.
Do you detect magic in this space?
Let me see. I mean, to be honest with you, I haven't read Elven in, maybe a few hundred years. So I might be a little bit rusty here, but let me try it. And he'll try to read the inscription on the side.
And Pradier can read Elven. I think we've had some runes that have popped up in the campaign thus far. I don't.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was an elf, so.
Yeah, he reads Elvish, but with a Boston accent.
Pack your car in the ruins. Indeed.
And the Ayadara.
The half-erased runes here point to this pool having a powerful divination effect. And as you cast and scry kind of apart from it, you identify this thing as a super high-level magical item.
Oh, well, but I don't know what the high-level magical item does.
It is a divination item, but it is perhaps the actual purpose of this thing is lost with some of these runes being rubbed off.
Okay. Well, it's divination magic, so I usually with that kind of magic, maybe we're supposed to look upon the surface, but the runes say it is an old. It's very, very old, and what exactly will happen, I do not know. So why don't you
feel drawn to this at all? This is potentially an ancient elven site, if this is an elven artifact here.
Prater walks up and alongside Ashton Sky, maybe puts one of his dark-skinned purplish arms on her shoulder, and he says, "These types of things are usually unique experiences. So why don't since I am the caster, I think it's best if you give it a shot, and I'll be right here to pull you out in case something goes wrong."
No. He wants you to use it.
Hold on, use what? Do you want me to
just look into the water, or maybe you might have to put your face into the water?
Take a bath?
No, I don't. No, don't do that. That's too far. My guess is with these kinds of things, it's either look into your own reflection, put your face into the water. I hope you've seen Harry Potter, because it's kind of like the Palantir kind of thing. Or last result, drink the water, but don't bathe in it. Just do one of those 3 things. So first look, then dip, then drink, in that order.
Drink,
and
but
I'll be
don't
right
bathe is something that
here.
I've lived my life by. And I just have to say that out loud.
Yeah. And in fact, he'll, as part of kind of a reassuring pat on the back, you get fluid morphism as well. Why not? But to your wisdom saves, just to help you out a little bit.
Maybe this is crazy, but out of extra caution, can I use my comm unit in selfie mode to peer into the water without looking directly at it?
Like back up into it and kind of do a little duck face, throw up deuces.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I guess. Is this Medusa rules?
That would be safer.
You're trying to. Well, the pool isn't Medusa.
A Medusa.
Are you indeed steadying? Do you want to cast anything else on her, Tyler?
I think fluid morphism currently is my only buff. You didn't take any damage, right?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, you're full. So yeah, I believe that's my only buffing spell.
The only thing I can think of is that I have chromatic safeguard, but I don't know if that would be of any use here.
No, I think that could be very useful. That's why I chose you to try it out.
I'm sure that's what you had in mind. Yeah, Sky has chromatic safeguard, so I don't know if that would be useful at all, but
yeah, you're taking pretty advanced precautions here. Why don't you roll me a perception check as you get up in selfie mode to look at the pool, Rebecca? My
29.
God. DC 29 to detect a magical trap. As you get closer to this thing, you see kind of like the energy swirling across its surface. Indeed, it seems to be warded. You feel something crawl across Sky as the creature, your symbiote, seems to be warning you, oh, something not right here. This is indeed, whatever this thing is has a trap, a magical trap attached to it. And you know the only way to disable said trap? Magic itself, mysticism. Sorry, Tyler, you're back in this.
I'm back in it.
Yeah.
I have
Although
mysticism. Can I try to figure out what it is?
You can try first. Go for it. Yeah.
Well, if you try, you're trying to disable the magic, and that is okay. You've rolled a 2. Do you want to aid Radier?
Yeah,
sure.
Okay.
I'll try to instruct you over your shoulder.
Aid or
you
replace
have
with
to
the 16.
get pretty close to aid here. Okay.
21.
No. These are a couple of fails here.
Can I use my level 6 reroll then?
I wouldn't on an aid. No. I just want to get you close enough that you get absolutely face blasted by this trap.
Well, that's rude.
I know. It's almost as rude as making
hey,
someone
I'm going to
else
stand away so I don't get negatively affected. And you're like, no, too bad. Shunt right up in there.
Can you both make me a will save?
26.
Well, that's pretty good.
Ooh.
Both 26, yeah.
I'm sorry, 27 was the save, so no.
Well, I mean, the perception DC was 29, so Rebecca just got it with 15 on the dice before, but it is a much lower save. I'm guessing this is for half damage. A burst of psychic energy kind of emanates from the exterior of this basin as you hear what sounds like shouts and screams, emotions kind of blasting through your guys' minds. This is half damage, so a lot less, hopefully, than what I roll. 12 points of psychic damage. I rolled extremely low end on 5d12. And as you kind of get shunted back through the screams, the bright lights that kind of like flood your brain, you get a little bit of a headache, a little bit of a mental blast here, but you get a vision of what seems to be the pool shimmering around you, just the entire world kind of taking on this water-like appearance as a dense fog begins to kind of roll out, just roil from the top of the basin into the surrounding ruins here, covering the walls, the ground, and enveloping both Asher and Sky and Pradier. The sky turns dark, and a full moon shines high above, larger than it's ever appeared in the New Galarian sky before. And for a moment, everything is still quiet in this dark world. But a large creeping shadow seems to begin to move over the edge of the moon. An eclipse, a lunar eclipse, if you will, as the moon is kind of eaten up inch by inch by this inky black pitch. You sense what seems to be some kind of ominous presence in this darkness roiling over the moon itself. Something dark, maybe eyes watching you, watching it, but more so you feel, you can both sense intense emptiness, just a chasm, a maw of something out there, something that seems to desire the moon itself almost. crater, as a sensation kind of washes over your skin, it seems to kind of prickle up like little spikes of bumps all over your skin, that almost like your body is reacting to whatever this feeling is. And all of a sudden the scene changes and you see a moonscape around you, revealing craters and hills. As the clouds lift in this vision, you see indeed the surface of the moon, and far off in the distance, nestled in one of the craters, you see an unusual set of buildings made of brass with what looks like antiquated kind of artillery positions pointed in different directions, like little domed buildings in this crater. And somehow through this, you hear in the distance the sound of battle, the sound of panicked voices shouting from within here, maybe drowned out by the sounds of mechanical whirring and clicking. You hear a male voice, clear as day, call out above this din of battle. You hear him say, "Look out, Alindra, behind you!" And suddenly the sky returns to normal, and you're back here in the forest. The only thing remaining of this vision ringing in your ears are the words, "To be continued." Bum, bum, bum.
Ew.
In the next episode.
Good news, she's alive.
Alindra's only weakness, the moon.
That does neutralize all of her powers, right? I got that right in my my backup. Moons are your kryptonite.
There's nothing that neutralizes Alindra's powers.
Nothing. Yeah. We got some more adventuring to do next week, everybody. More adventuring.
Is she alive, or was that a flashback?
I think she's
Do I
alive.
know?
Poor
We
Carlos Dos.
don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Not sure. Well, maybe that's a question to ask next week. If you want to dig deeper into what this scrying basin indeed is, and what it is capable of. But yeah, that's going to do it this week. One Moonflower down, one elven ruin site, kind of a quarter explored at this point. Thank you guys for playing with me.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank
I
you.
got swallowed.
Swallowed. Bush. Drew, there'll be more big creatures that can eat your lizard friend in the future. But until we get to them, listeners, thanks for listening, and we will catch you on next week's episode here on Cosmic Crit.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
You've been listening to Cosmic Crit, the Starfinder role-playing game, and adventure paths are trademarks of Paizo. All Pathfinder and Starfinder images are property of Paizo and are used with permission.